In this video, we will tackle the idea of surface area. So first, let's just be clear about what surface area is all about. When I have a 3D figure, we're going to be talking about prisms again. The surface area is, if I cut this up into a net, each part of this net is a face of this figure. And what we want to know is how much area covers all the way around the figure. So the top and the bottom and the sides and the front and back. How much area is that? So for example, if this were a box and I was going to cover it with wrapping paper, how many square centimeters of wrapping paper would I need to cover this box? So since a rectangular prism has 6 faces, we're going to need to find 6 different areas, one for each of these sections, and then we will add them together, and that will tell us our total surface area, the area that covers the surface of the figure. All right, so let's get started. Let's first use the net, and then I'll show you kind of a shortcut of how to show your work with this type of problem. Again, you can see the toolbox because this is not easy. I'm not going to give you a lot of problems to do to practice this because I want you to go slow, take your time, and really use your tools for the problems that you do. All right, so let's be organized. Let's start with the bottom of our figure, which we can see is 12 by 6. So let's find that over here. And we're going to go ahead and get the area of the bottom. Remember, rectangles, just base times height. So let's do 12 times 6, and that equals 72. Okay, so the area of this face is 72. Now remember that if this is 72, the top is exactly the same. That's also 72. So we don't have to calculate this again. We're just going to go ahead and write 72 in there. Now let's figure out these sides. The sides are 6 by 8. So that's going to be right here. These are your sides. So we're going to do 8. Oh, I'm sorry. The sides would be, it would be, let's see. Yeah, okay, yeah. So this is 8 by 6. 8 by 6, so the area of this side is 48. So the area of this side is 48. Well, that means that this side is also 48. They have to be congruent since they're opposite. So again, we don't need to figure this one out. Let's just put 48. So whenever you figure out the area of one of the faces, find the matching face that goes with it and just write it in. So then our last face would be this back here, which is 12 by 8. So that would be right here, 12 by 8. So I'm going to do 12 times 8, and that is 96. Okay, well, that's the same as the front here. So if I have 96 here, let's just put 96 in here. So that wasn't too bad. Now what we'll do is we'll take the area of each of these 6 rectangles and add them together. So 96 plus 96 plus 48 plus 48 plus 72 plus 72. All right, now you don't need to draw a full net each time, though that's a great way to go. You certainly can. What I do just to make it a little faster, when I'm taking MCAs or map on my scratch paper, I'm just going to draw out them separated from each other, which is totally fine. So first I'm going to do the top and bottom. I know they're the same, so that's why I'm going to do them together. So the top and bottom are 12 by 6. So I only have to label one of them, 12 by 6, and I'll put 48. And then I already know that then the bottom is, or the top is also 48. Then I'm going to draw the front and back. That looked like, kind of like this. I'll draw 2 of them. Those are 12 by 8. So if I do 12 times 8, I can see that my area of the front is 96, so that means the back is also 96. The sides look a little bit more like a square, so I will draw my 2 sides. I can see they are 6 by 8, so that's 48, and then I know that the other side is 48 also. So if you don't want to draw a full net, just use this strategy. Top and bottom go together, they're equal, front and back are congruent side to side. Just, you only have to label one of them. Once you have the area, just write that in the other one, and again, add them together. All right, let's go ahead and try this together. So here we go. Let's be organized. Let's start with the top and bottom. This is the bottom. It looks like kind of a long, skinny rectangle. So I'm going to draw 2 rectangles that are the same. And I can see that they're 15 by 3, so I'm going to label that 15 by 3. Now I'm going to do base times height to get the area of the bottom is 45. Well, I automatically know that the top is also 45. So you could also just say the bottom and then do it times 2. Now the front and back is this rectangle right here, and I can see that that's 15 by 3 also. So we'll draw the front and back. Since I know it's 15 by 3, that's the same as this, so 45 and 45, because this is a square. My sides look like a square, like I just said, and I can see that the sides right here are 3 by 3. So first I will label it, and then I'll just put that area in. I want you to notice how quickly I could do this being organized. I know sometimes you think that showing your work takes longer, but actually I think it was a lot faster. Now we're just going to add those 6 sides together. So 45 plus 45 plus 45 plus 45 plus 9 and plus 9. If you add those together, you will get a total of 198. So our surface area is 198 feet squared. So now we're back to squared because we're talking about area. All right, let's try the surface area of a triangular prism. Just like volume, it is a little bit more complicated, but you can do it. All right, a triangular prism you can see has 5 faces. So we're looking for 5 areas to add together. All right, so again, we're going to do one face at a time. You can draw it into a net and label and find the area, write it in each one, or I'll show you a shortcut. So let's start with, how about this side right here? So it looks like this got labeled wrong. So let's just change that to a 3. Okay, so this face right here, this rectangle is 3 by 3, so the area is 9. We'll just write that in. All right, this one is, oh, I'm sorry. That's why this goes here. So this was supposed to be a 4. All right. So this one is 3 by 3, and that's 9. Okay, let's do this one. This is 4, and since this is 3, this is 3. So this blue one is going to be this rectangle right here. 4 times 3, my area is 12. All right, let's try this rectangle that's kind of a slide going down. That rectangle is 3 by 5, so that's this one. 3 by 5. 3 times 5 is 15. Now we need to find the triangles. Now the nice thing is the triangles are congruent, so we just have to find the area of 1. All right, so if this is 3, this is 3. So remember, base times height divided by 2. So 3 times 4 is 12, divided by 2 is 6. So the area of this one is 6. That means the area of this one is 6 also. You also can see the base times the height right over here. So now I'm just going to add those sides together, and it's going to be 12 plus 9 plus 15 plus 6 plus 6. And I will add those up, and I get 48 centimeters, and that's squared. All right, let's just try one more together here. Oh, and I forgot to show you the shortcut. Okay, so what I could do is if I looked at this, I could say the top and bottom and just draw those 2 triangles. Okay, then I could say side 1 over here was a square. That was 3 by 3. Then side 2 was this rectangle. That was 3 by 5. And then side 3 was the 3 by 4 square. So you can see I could also just draw them all out like this. And again, do the same thing. Find the area of each one and add them together. All right, let's just try one more together. Let's try this strategy right here. So let's start with the top and bottom. Those are our congruent triangles. So I'm going to just draw the 2 triangles. And this is what you'll do on your scratch paper for MCAs. You're going to draw your 2 triangles. What do we need to know? We need to know the base, which is 8, and the height, which is 3. Now we can find the area. So 8 times 3 is 24 divided by 2. So the area of this triangle is 12. That means the area of this triangle is 12. All right, let's try this side right here. Side 1 is 12 by 5. So we'll just do 12 by 5. 5 times 12 is 60. So there's that area. Now let's do this rectangle over here. This is also 12 by 5. So that is the same. So that area is 60. And now the side 3 is the bottom. That rectangle is 8 by 12. You can see that right here. 8 by 12. So we'll do 12 and 8. And then I will just do 12 times 8 equals 96. So there's a little bit more to that. You really have to pay attention with each rectangular side to make sure you know the base and the height, and your two triangles are congruent. Now let's just add it up. So 12 plus 12 plus 60 plus 60 plus 96. And our answer is 240 centimeters squared. So that's how to find surface area. So if you had trouble with it, just go back and watch the video again. Good luck.